Hey everybody, the second thing I want to cover to have a successful band camp and a successful season and a successful life is to just how to take care of yourself. The first thing that you need to do to take care of yourself is to get plenty of sleep. It's going to allow you to rest your brain. It's going to allow you to rest your muscles and allow your muscles to recover so you can come back the next day rejuvenated and ready to go. You don't need to be staying up during late at night playing video games or watching Netflix and playing on your phone. You need your body to be rested for the next day so it can perform at its peak performance. The next thing you need to consider to take care of yourself during band camp is your diet. Now, I'm realistic about diets. I'm not somebody that is really extreme on what I eat. I like food. I like fast food, and I understand that. But there has to be a balance. Um, there has to be a balance where we're eating more real food, real vegetables, real fruits, real meats, than more of the fast food and the greasy and the processed foods. The most important thing about your diet during marching band and during your life is eating the right thing at the right time. I'll be more detailed about that here in a second. But the reason you want to eat the right thing at the right time, it's going to give you the energy you need when you need it, and also when we're in high activity situations, you're not going to have food that's heavy on your stomach, which is going to make you feel sick, which means that you're going to be thinking about your stomach more than your actual playing and your actual performance. For a second, let's think of food as fuel. Some fuel releases slow and some releases fast. That means that we have to eat the right foods to access that fuel when we actually need it. Protein always means that we're going to be able to access the fuel really quickly, and then carbohydrates is the things that we need to kind of store up our energy. So as an example, let's think of the Sunday night before our first day of band camp. We want to eat a lot of carbohydrates the night before so we have some store of energy reserved for the next day. And of course, during the night, we're going to actually burn a little bit of that energy. And when we wake up in the morning, we need some a little bit more energy to get us through that first morning session where we're going to be exerting ourselves a whole lot. So we need to eat a lot of proteins in the actual morning. But that's adding on top of the carbohydrates that we actually added up at the night before. We'll talk about this more as time goes on. Now, dinner time before every band camp day, or really every day of life, this is what you need to consider. Smaller proteins. You don't need to have a 16-ounce steak every night because you're not going to be calling on your body to provide energy as you sleep like you are when you're in heavy physical activity. You want bigger carbs because the carbs are going to allow you to store that energy for a longer period of time. You can have as many fruits and vegetables as you want. Those are going to provide you all the vitamins that you need, that your body needs. And then easy on anything fried. This is a time of year that you don't need to be heavy on fried foods because that fat is just, it's not going to work on your body the way that you need. And then you can have a bigger portion every night at dinner because those carbohydrates that you're going to be eating, of course, is going to be carrying you over into the next day. Lots of people call this next meal breakfast the most important meal of the day, and it is very important, but I think every meal is important. We don't want to eat a huge breakfast because we're going to be asking a lot out of you physically in the morning time. So a huge breakfast sitting on your stomach may not be good. So a smaller quantity. Uh, we want a breakfast that's high in protein, uh, sausage links, sausage patties, bacon, real sausage patties will be really good. I really like breakfast sandwiches. Gives a little bit extra carbs that'll help those stores uh, throughout the day, keep your energy up. But we want it high in protein. Not a lot of carb. We don't want a lot of things like donuts or anything sugary or a lot of bread type of products in the morning. And again, smaller portion, nothing heavy. And refrain from dairy. I, sometime later on, I'll tell you horror stories of people that drink a lot of milk in the mornings that they just didn't fare well during the morning activities that we had planned out. That's all I'll say about that. Now, during lunch, we just expelled a bunch of energy. Are the carbohydrates that we had during dinner the night before should be getting close to running out about this time, so we're going to need some more protein. We also don't want a huge quantity of food during this time because we're going to be playing a lot after lunch. That's our main focus after lunch is playing. But we're not moving around as much. But we still need to build up those protein, those quick energy levels back up. So again, high protein type of foods, medium carbs. That's going to help keep those reserves of slow energy built up in our bodies. Fruits like apples or bananas or anything else that you think of that you like will be good. To add an extra sugar high, I guess, to your afternoons. All right, so we're gonna imagine ourselves in our afternoon playing sectional. So our energy levels might be running a little low, and your brains might be wandering, or you might be daydreaming a little bit. So snacks are a good way to keep yourselves focused, your brain muscle focused, and your muscles working the way they need to. So snacks are a good way to help yourself during this time. I wrote here to help prevent yourself from getting hungry. That's what snacks are really for. You never want to get so hungry that you eat too much at one sitting. During band camp, any time that you eat too much, it's not going to be it's not a good combination. Things to eat during snacks during the afternoon. It may be trail mix, high protein things, energy bars, granola bars, and jerky to kind of keep you going through the afternoon. Your carbohydrates should be running a little bit low during this time, but we're going to come back to adding in some more carbohydrates to filling up those types of slow energy reserves. So the first week of band camp, of course, is 8 to 5, so we don't have to worry about keeping our quick energy levels up as much as we do the 8 to 8 weeks. This is a little bit of a side note. So during the 8 to 8 weeks, we have to make sure that we have enough protein, enough energy levels, quick energy levels that we can call upon to be able to put the energy we need to put the drill and the music actually together. So we have to specialize our dinner times during the 8 to 8 weeks a little bit differently. How I would make this 8 to 8 week different is actually to have 2 dinners. We don't need, between our 4 and 6 o'clock dinner time, we don't need to eat so much that our stomachs are too full and too heavy where we're not able to move around efficiently. So we're going to actually have, I would suggest actually having 2 dinners. a small A dinner and a small B dinner. The small A dinner I would have loaded with more proteins, and after we've gotten done with after 8 o'clock, I would come back and eat some more carbohydrates, and that would help fill up our stores. The most important thing during this time is to know your body, and learn your mind, because everybody's going to be different. There's no exact way for me to say what everybody should do because everybody's different. If you got any questions about how I can help with you getting through band camp easier, just give me a call or give me an email, and I'll be happy to help you out. I'll see you on the 23rd. Bye bye.